Chapter 27, Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, 1965. My spacecraft streaked towards Earth with so much energy that it created an enormous ball of fire in the sky. We landed upon the quiet and picturesque town of Kecksburg, Pennsylvania, during the transformative year of 1965. As I, Zelkran, emerged from our magnificent vessel, I found myself gazing upon the Earthlings with a sense of deep curiosity. The small town of Kecksburg was bustling with life, as the local inhabitants went about their daily tasks. Some were farmers, tending to their crops and animals, while others were factory workers at the nearby industries. It was a peaceful and idyllic town, nestled amongst rolling hills and lush green forests. As I made my way through the streets, disguised in my humanoid form, I couldn't help but be amazed by the simplicity of human life. But there was something else that caught my attention, a dark energy that seemed to linger over this town. It was subtle but unmistakable. As an empathic being, I could sense it pulsating from within some of the residents. I followed this energy towards the land outside of town, where I came upon a gathering of people. They were gathering to pump the dangerous fuel known as oil from beneath their own soil. Didn't the humans know how harmful this oil was to life? Did they not know about the other sources of power all around them? My alien mind could not help but to wonder. After all, we had a saying on my home planet, that oil was a lot like baby feces, a little bit goes a long way. But as I observed the crowd of people, I could see that they were not aware of the harm that they were causing to themselves and their planet. They were simply following the orders of those in power, blindly believing that this was the only way to sustain their lifestyle. I couldn't help but feel both sadness and pity for these humans. They had such potential, such ingenuity, and yet they were destroying their own home. As I continued to observe, my eyes fell upon a young girl who seemed to be in deep contemplation. Her name was Emily, and she was only 10 years old. And yet, even at her young age, she seemed to understand the gravity of the situation. Intrigued by her thoughts and many emotions, I approached her and introduced myself. To my surprise, she was not afraid or even surprised by my appearance. She greeted me with a warm smile and invited me to sit next to her on a nearby piece of granite. As we sat together, Emily shared with me her dreams of a cleaner and healthier world. She had been writing letters to government officials and spreading awareness amongst her peers about the dangers of oil drilling. Her passion and determination moved me deeply. Here was a young girl who saw beyond the limitations of her own society and dared to dream of a better future. Inspired by Emily's courage, I decided to reveal my true identity to her, that of an extraterrestrial being from another planet. And much to my surprise once again, Emily accepted me without hesitation or fear. Together we talked about our respective worlds and shared our hopes for the future. It was then that I realized that perhaps there was still hope for humankind after all. After my encounter with Emily, I returned to my spacecraft with a newfound determination. I knew that I had to do something to help these humans and their planet. But as an outsider, I also knew that it would not be easy. My fellow aliens and I spent months studying both human behavior and human society. We observed their technology and discovered that they had the potential for great advancements in renewable energy, but they were held back by their dependence on oil. And so, we decided to intervene in very subtle ways. We made small changes to their inventions, introducing new forms of clean energy and making substantial improvements to their primitive solar power and wind turbine initiatives. At first, the humans were hesitant to use these new technologies, but as they gradually saw the benefits and ease of access, they slowly began to embrace them. But our efforts did not stop there. We also worked with people like Emily who were passionate about protecting the environment. Together, we organized events and campaigns to raise awareness about the harmful effects of oil drilling and the importance of switching to cleaner energy sources. As more and more people joined our cause, we saw a shift in human behavior. The demand for oil decreased as renewables became more widely available. And soon enough, governments started implementing policies to support and encourage the use of green energy. It has been a very slow process, but our persistence will pay off in time. We will not stop until the earth air becomes cleaner, the waters clearer, and overall health improved for both humans and other species on the planet, including those life forms not yet recognized by humans to exist.